Kolkata Knight Riders find themselves at a really interesting crossroads in their season as they prepare to take on Delhi Capitals tonight at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. The equation is fairly simple for KKR. They have to win. There is no other way to look at it. We are now well past the halfway mark of the season, and for the Kolkata Knight Riders, every single match from here on is almost a do or die. Lose one, and the chances of playoffs start looking really, really slim. Win and you keep the dream alive, at least for another few days. It is that tight for KKR. Now, when you look at how KKR have played this season, it's been, a bit of a roller coaster. Early on, there were flashes of brilliance. Those games were where the batting clicked, where the bowlers did their job really well, and the team looked balanced. But over the last few weeks, things have just fallen apart for KKR. They have been winless in their last 3 games now, and that rain-affected game, the last game in Kolkata against the Punjab Kings, did not help either. Only one over was bowled before the heavens opened up, and of course they walked away with a point. And Vaibhav Arora said it nicely after the game, summed it up really well, that sometimes even 1 point can make a difference when you look at the points table. But honestly, KKR would have wanted and needed a full 2 points that day, but weather did not let them. And when you dig deeper into the performances, you can see where things are going wrong. The batting has been a concern. No doubt about it. Doubt about it at all. Ajinkya Rahane has tried his best at the top, but you can't expect him to do it all alone. The likes of Rinku Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, and even Andre Russell haven't been firing consistently. The middle order, which on paper looks so powerful, has just struggled for form. And when your middle order is not delivering in T20s, you're always under pressure. You're either trying to rebuild or you're falling short of a strong finish. It puts pressure everywhere, on the openers, on the bowlers, on the fielders as well. It affects the entire vibe of the team. On the bowling side, it's been a bit of the same story. Some good performances here and there, but no sustained pressure. No sustained pressure at all. Sunil Narayan's been economical as always, but not picking up a bag full of wickets. Varun Chakravarti, who was a key player in KKR's earlier campaigns, has not had the same impact this time around. Vaibhav Arora and Harshit Rana have shown glimpses, but overall, KKR just have not looked like they can strangle a side in the middle overs or defend middling scores, and that's what's cost them so many matches. Now, let's step back a bit and talk about what's happening off the field. Because with KKR, it's never just about what's happening in the middle. This is a franchise that is known for building not just team, but also coaching legacies. You look at some of the names who have passed through the Kolkata Knight Riders. Trevor Bayliss, who later won a World Cup with England. Brendan McCullum, who went on to revolutionize England's Test cricket. And of course, Gautam Gambhir, who is now the coach of the Indian cricket team. Last year, when Gautam Gambhir moved on to the India setup, he took Abhishek Nair and Ryan Deskate with him. That was a big loss. Venki Mysore, KKR CEO, even joked when he congratulated. He said something like, would be nice if they left our coaches alone for a while. It was funny, but there was real truth behind it. KKR have been consistently producing backroom staff that everyone else wants. That's just the reality of the Kolkata Knight Riders. And with all that happening, Chandrakant Pandit remained as the head coach. Now, Pandit is a big name in Indian domestic cricket. Make no mistake about it. He's a disciplinarian. His methods have delivered results at that level. Ranji trophies consistently, but IPL is a different beast. It's a player-driven league. You're managing international stars, not teenage rookies. And honestly, there have been some tensions in that dressing room. Even last season, after KKR finished 7th, there were whispers that players were not happy. Pandit's hard no style did not sit well with everyone. There's even a podcast with David Wise that the Namibian all-rounder called him very militant. Now that's a strong word. And when you look at yesterday as well, when Harshit Rana came out for that press conference and was asked about Gautam Gambhir, he said, I miss the thrill of when Gautam Gambhir was in that dressing room. So when you see what has happened after KKR's title triumph, how players like Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, Varun Chakravarti, and Venkatesh Iyer all publicly thanked Gautam Gambhir and Abhishek Nair but barely mentioned Chandrakant Pandit. It tells you a story without actually saying it out loud. This year, it's been more of the same thing. There's talk that some players feel too restricted. One story is doing the rounds is about an overseas player going out for a dinner with a friend from another team. A normal thing in franchise cricket, especially especially when you're national teammates, and getting pulled up for it by Chandrakant Pandit. Stuff like that just doesn't sit well in a modern dressing room. Sensing this, KKR, I think, have acted very fast. When Nair was released from the Indian team duties, they swooped in and brought him back. He's already very hands-on at the training sessions. No one saying it officially, but it looks like from the outside it's pretty clear that Nair's influence is growing within the setup. And if things don't turn around dramatically in the next few games, there's even noise about Ian Morgan. Ian Morgan's connection with KKR is strong. He still calls it his team. He's loved by the management. And let's not forget what he did in 2021. Taking KKR from a hopeless situation mid-season to the final. Even MS Dhoni said that KKR's turnaround that year was incredible. So when you look at it, Ian Morgan brings that cool-headed leadership, a sharp tactical brain, and the ability to keep players relaxed but also focused. It's early to say whether that move will happen or not, but right now the attention is fully on saving this season. But looking ahead, it's definitely something to watch out for. Coming back to tonight, the opposition, Delhi Capitals, who is in full form. Yes, they have lost to RCB in the last game, but Delhi Capitals is another team that has been up and down. Their top order hasn't clicked consistently, apart from a few individual performances like KL Rahul early on in the innings or Tristan Stubbs, who has come up with a few important cameos. They have struggled to stitch together dominant games. They're coming off of a defeat against RCB at home here at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. The confidence won't exactly be sky high. But this gives KKR a real chance, but only if they bring their A game tonight. We'll have to wait and see whether that happens or not. The batting has to click. The bowlers need to step up in the middle overs, and more than anything, the team needs to play with freedom and not fear. Now, this is where Kolkata Knight Riders' DNA, that fighting spirit that we have seen often, needs to come out. They've done it before, they can do it again. But it has to start tonight. Tonight for the Kolkata Knight Riders, from here on, it's do or die. Every run, every wicket, every moment now counts. There's no more margin for error. It's time to fight for every inch of that win.